good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are. Hi, this is Tamika with Money Miracles and Manifesting, and this is day 2 of my 30-day Money Boost Challenge. And there has been so much that has happened literally the next day. So you all know, so there's so much I actually want to talk about, but I'm going to try to keep it short. So remember when I started tapping and I raised my goal from the 5-figure launch to a $100,000 or a 6-figure launch. And that was a very big step for me because I knew that I was going to do it. And I didn't know that I was going to do it because, it's in my program that I teach, but, I didn't know the effects that it was going to have on me. I am growing my business and my income, or my business income, as well, as you all are taking your steps in your own money. So it's pretty awesome. So, okay. So I took a big step, right? And so what happens is when you have an outrageous goal or a big goal that you step into, like I said, you double that income that you bring in. And so what happened was I had bigger ideas. So if your goal is small and you figure you could actually take the steps to get it, then it's more logical. The steps that you take is like, okay, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, and I'll do this. But when it's a bigger goal, and especially if you have resistance to that bigger goal and you clear a lot of the resistance using the tools that I teach, there's a really big step that you get to take. Your growth, you get to have that progress and be on the other side of that growth edge. And I was like, holy moly. So for me, in order to reach my launch goal, I have to get my information or my offer in front of thousands of people. And then also, make that offer to people. A certain amount of people will buy, a certain amount of people will stick around, many people will not, to reach the launch goal that I would like. And I woke up the next day with ideas that I hadn't had before, or ideas that I had, but had the energy. I was able to contain taking the steps. So it's kind of twofold. So the first thing was I was like, wow, here I am thinking of groups, big groups that I'm actually a part of. I've been a part of these groups for years. So this is how this process works. But it never really occurred to me in the past to kind of tap into my network, because I was like, oh no, I don't really have a network, or I don't have a network that's in affinity with what I'm trying to do, or all of these things. And I immediately, this is the next day, folks. This is what I'm saying. It kind of happens, like it takes you from pushing, that pushing energy, to being pulled, that allowing. It's like, oh, okay, kind of experience. And so I woke up, I was like, oh, here, I'm a part of networks that have 10,000 people in there. I'm sure somebody's interested. Or I woke up and I said, hey, why don't I sign up for the Conscious Life Expo? That gets involved with everybody. And not only, so it's twofold. You get the information when you take these steps, but then you have to have the tools and a strategy and the groundedness and the rootedness, like in the things that I teach, and how to clear these to actually take the steps. Because I've been there too. Well, where I would clear enough of the energy, especially like in my real estate investing portfolio and my real estate investing goals. These are even bigger goals for me that I've had for an entire lifetime. And so I'm chipping away bit by bit, and I could clear the energy, but then I'm like, whoa, I couldn't really take the steps. So it's kind of twofold. And so for me, what happened was I've cleared so much energy in terms of my business and taking steps in my business and marketing my business and being able to be seen and all of these steps. And so I was able to I got on the computer immediately, applied to do this conference and to actually speak. And then I started having ideas like the best way for me to kind of tap into my people or my tribe is to have live classes in person. So I contacted a place that I know that rents offices for people who do energy work, or solopreneurs. And there's a spiritual community that's connected that does different kinds, body work, energy work, breath work, and all of these kinds of things. And I was like, whoa. And I emailed that person to get more information about that, because I know they have a list of thousands of people as well, and I can build partnerships. And so I was like, this is actually going to be able to get me in front of the thousands of people that I need in order to begin to make offers and things like that. I was blown away, to say the least. And I'm just so grateful that I'm aware enough of what's happening because I'm telling you, this has been a growth for me. I've been doing this for a while now, almost a decade. Wow. I've been doing it, doing the tapping for myself and the energy work for, almost 15 years actually, for the spiritual and the energy work, the tapping about 9 years now, and doing it with myself and with other people. And I continually get blown away on how effective this tool is. I would love for all of you to be able to try it and learn it and experience it. And over some time becomes a practice as opposed to a one-off or a two-off. If you have a lifetime of resistance or blocks around money or certain patterns of thinking or emotional responses, I mean, come on, let's be honest, connect with your heart and mind and your body. And it's going to take standing strong, being rooted, taking steps one by one. How do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. I am really excited because I've taken steps enough. And here is now day two, just day two of my module, module number 2 for my 30-day money boost challenge that I am so excited for all of you to take and for me to share my results. And I would love to hear what your results are. DM me, you can comment. Yes. So let's get started with day 2. Go ahead and I'm going to ground myself and center myself, breathe, connect with my body. And we're going to start day 2.